Comparatively, my voice didn't seem to stir up much interest at all. It appeared to annoy those around me, if anything. I was extremely interested in what my classmates thought about me. However, my voice tended not to evoke much emotion from them other than amusement, confusion, or resentment. A Black British child of Jamaican immigrants in South Florida was an anomaly my classmates tolerated but were more inclined to ridicule. As a result, I learned to snap, crack jokes, and cuss. I became the class clown as a matter of survival rather than for comedic aspirations. I was often the loudest voice in the back of the classroom or at the back of the school bus. In the lunchroom, rather than shrinking from view, I made it my business to be the center of attention. I made sure I targeted my potential attackers before they had the chance to make fun of my English accent, my cheap clothes, and my natural braids that my mother adamantly refused to chemically relax. Nonetheless, once I got off the bus, I ran home to carefully complete my assignments and study for my upcoming quizzes and tests. My Caribbean immigrant parents were always quick to remind us how much they had sacrificed. It wasn't for us to bring home C's or for the teacher to call them while they were at work to complain that we'd been talking in class. All that studying landed me a full academic scholarship to the top journalism college in my state, where I learned that being loud and outspoken was detrimental to my academic success. Unlike in my middle and high schools, most of the students and faculty at the University of Florida were white. At my high school of 2,000 students, I graduated number 5 in my class. My loud, outspoken, boisterous persona had been valued and admired. I had been the editor of my school newspaper and an anchor on the morning news show. Our mostly Black teachers encouraged us to speak our minds and empower ourselves by challenging the system. They nurtured our outspokenness and were just as invested in our success as many of our own parents. At the University of Florida, in Gainesville, the philosophy was the total opposite. On the first day of orientation on campus, we were encouraged by the speaker on stage to look left and look right. We all promptly followed those directions, only to be given a stunning prediction about our future classmates in the large auditorium. He told us that neither of the students sitting on either side of us would make it to graduation. That statement hit me like a punch to the gut. Statistically speaking, we were expected to fail. Leaders at this elite university had already determined it was likely that we wouldn't make it to the graduation stage 4 years later. The speaker was matter-of-fact and quite nonchalant in delivering this news. There would be no hand-holding or encouragement from teachers invested in our success, like I had experienced in high school. By the time I graduated 5 years later, I'd only had one Black professor, the only professor I talked to for more than 5 minutes the whole time I attended the school.